What's going on, YouTubers? I wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts on San Diego Comic-Con, what I thought of the whole, reveals, the statues and everything. So I don't really know how to do it like other collectors where, I can display the picture while talking about it. So I'm just going to record my computer screen. I'm not very good at doing all that photo editing and crap like that. But yeah, I just want to give my thoughts and whatnot. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alrighty, everybody, so here I am at Sideshow Toys website where they have the official Comic-Con 2008 booth. So I'm just going to go through some of these different statues and let you know what I think of it. So here's the new Joker premium format. I think this is amazing. I love everything about it, and I'm definitely a bigger fan of this than the previous versions of Joker. So if you don't have a Joker, like a comic version, this is the one to get. Looks freaking awesome. Love the pose, the base, the detail. I feel like Sideshow's really just up in their game lately. Harley Quinn. Face looks good. I like the outfit. I like how she's holding the hammer. Very artistic. Looks awesome. And I think if you get the Joker, you have to get her. So here's like the Nightmare Joker. This is alright. It's 1/5 scale. Looks pretty cool, but I like the premium format better. So I wouldn't get that ever. Other face is kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's just, I don't really want to collect 1/5, and I feel like the premium format just looks better. And here's the Batman to go with it. So if you were to get Joker, obviously you need the Batman because they're a pair. Swamp Thing. This looks pretty cool. Wouldn't ever consider buying it. The animated Batman, could care less about these. Very simple look. I guess if you're a huge fan of the, animated series, then I would say get it, but it's just not something for me. Alright, next we got this Batman. This is the new Trinity. So you got this Batman holding Brainiac's head. I feel like this is the best rendition of a comic Superman, for sure. If I collected comic, I'd be all over this. I love how he's holding Brainiac's head and a Brainiac base. This Wonder Woman also is absolutely incredible. Outside of, obviously I like my Gal Gadot movie version, but if we're just talking pure statue, pose, and everything, I believe this is the best 1/4 scale Wonder Woman. I love that pose, holding the lasso, how she's going down the steps to Hades. I just feel like it's freaking awesome. And so, yeah, I really like this. Very cool. Love the face, the outfit. Feel like, if you're collecting comic, forget the old stuff, or if you have the old stuff, sell it and get these. These are so much better. The detail, the pose. Now, this is one I might consider getting. I really love the Green Arrow TV show. It's one of my favorite shows, and I love this statue. The detail, the pose, the look. I don't like the classic head. I like this head. So if I got it, it's like I'm really just going to be displaying the regular version. But I really like this Green Arrow statue. I think it's very impressive. Cool base, cool pose. I believe John Stewart Green Lantern. I do like this. I think it looks pretty cool. It's definitely a very cool statue. I would say if you're a big fan of him, get it. I think it looks great. I like the look of his costume and that whole gun green thing. The Batman also looks great. If you're getting one of the Trinity, you need all three in my opinion. And they all look awesome together. I loved watching videos of them on the booth. Looks super cool. I know there's some controversy on this, but I think she looks awesome. The old ones look really good as well. So if you have the old one, I wouldn't sell it to get this one. But if you don't have the old one, I would say just get this one. I'd go all in on this entire line. I am not a fan of this at all. I feel like it looks like it's from a cartoon. Don't like anything about it. This Supergirl premium format. For $5.25, no thank you. This 1/6 scale Batman. Not a big fan of either of these. Joker face looks good. Looks alright. Here's Tinkerbell. This whole new J. Scott Campbell line. These are like freaking, they make them like super sexy. You know, it's like not who they're trying to target the audience for. A bunch of dirty 40-year-old men's, it sounds like. I would never get these personally, but they're kind of cool. Just a different iteration of, you know, some classic Disney old stuff. Red Sonia. Now, I have the other Sonia over there, as you can see. Boom. And I love that Sonia. I still think that is the superior Sonia. So I'm not going to get this or anything, but I do like this Sonia a lot. I still think the last one just has a better looking face and the base is better. This one looks really good, for sure. I think they did a great job. Aspen, I think, looks awesome. I know nothing about the character, but very good sculpt. I like everything about this statue. I think it's great. This Rebel Terminator, not a huge fan. Looks okay. I would never consider buying this, especially since it's non-canon. Not a big fan of buying non-canon stuff. I'm just, you know, it's like, I don't really have a connection to it. It's okay. Only very few things have I bought in that are non-canon. So obviously I already own this Terminator, and you've seen my video review on it. Here's the Alien Queen. I think this looks amazing. I really like the detail, the base. Looks super cool. There's the Alien Egg. I do own that. And then the Alien 1/5 scale Warrior. This is pretty cool. Just wish it was 1/4. Not a big fan of this 1/5 line. Hulk repaint of the bust. You know, obviously they're just repainting these because they either didn't sell enough or they just had the sculpt, so they thought, why not? Wolverine bust looks pretty good. I wouldn't buy it, and I'd prefer a classic costume. I don't really like that teeth gritting pose. Looks okay. Then here's the Deadpool. As you can see, I got my Deadpool right there, actually. Boom. This looks pretty cool. If you're a bigger fan of X-Force, I would say get this instead of the regular. It's the same exact statue, just, you know, different paint job. Gray and red eyes. So here's the Daniel Bell Captain America. I think the sculpt on this is phenomenal. I think he's a very talented sculptor. So I'm glad Sideshow got him. I like how he's holding Ultron's head. Looks very good. Good pose. Great detail and paint job. Black Widow, she looks alright. I mean, if you got Captain America, I feel like you need to get her as well. You know, I'm just such a fan of Scarlett Johansson that it's hard for me to see another Black Widow, really. But for comic, this looks pretty good. Face looks good. The hair, the detail in the costume, the gun is huge. Mystique. Now, I really like this, actually. I will probably get this, and I want to display it, like, right here with, you know, maybe Magneto and do freaking Jean Grey and Wolverine together. I really like this Mystique. I think it looks great. I like the colors, the outfit, the base, simple pose, but I like it. Okay, let's scroll down here. What else do we got? Yes, so here is Psylocke. I think this also looks really good. Now, I only know Psylocke from the movie X-Men Apocalypse, you know, with Olivia Munn. Olivia Munn did a phenomenal job. But this looks really good. I like the look of the statue. Wolverine, I will be getting him on Thursday, so I'm really excited. He's going to go right there next to my Jean Grey. So, excited for that. So, I'll do a video review on him. Legendary Scale Spider-Man. This is pretty cool. I like the pose. I'm not a huge fan of that base. I feel like that could be improved. The mixed media, I'm okay with it being mixed media considering the size. I feel like that base could just be a little bit better. But knowing Sideshow, the price on this will probably be $2,400. It'll just be way too much. Honestly, something like this should be like $1,600 max. Looks pretty good though, as you can see. I still like the look of it. I love Spider-Man for sure. Alright, here's the Weapon X. So I only know Weapon X from the Logan movie. Don't know the comic version, never really read comics, but overall, this is a fantastic looking statue. The pose and the way they have her hair up, you know, like she's diving, and I think it looks awesome. Sculpt is really well done. It's a matching base with the Wolverine, so I think it's definitely an awesome statue. I like that look in that face, that fierce look. Really cool. So definitely a fan of that. Next, Magneto. Now, I love this Magneto Myka. I think it's one of the best Magneto statues out there. I'm not a huge fan of this head. I will probably never display that head. I'll be displaying the helmeted version. But I love the look of this statue. I think it's phenomenal. I love the base, the pose. Really freaking cool. Can't wait to own it. Next is Rogue. I only know her from the movies. Don't know the comic. But I do think this is an excellent looking statue. The sculpting looks like mixed media jacket. Looks great. Love the face and the hair. Not sure what she's really holding. The base looks pretty cool. I like that. Overall, I mean, if you're collecting X-Men, that's a must-have. Daredevil and Elektra. I'm a big fan of these. I like these two. I think Sideshow did a great job. I know some people don't like how Daredevil is like black in his costume, but personally, I like it. I think it looks great. I like this much more than the X-Men Daredevil. If I was to get in Daredevil, which if I can find space and money at the time, I probably will get him in Elektra. You know, they ship like January next year. Elektra looks great, sexy. Love the pose, the base. These two are fantastic looking together. Lady Deadpool. Now, she is the companion piece. The companion piece to that Deadpool right there. So, I mean, I think it looks good. I just don't know anything about Lady Deadpool. Don't have the space, the extra money at the time, so I'm passing on her. I do like the exclusive head better. I wouldn't display that head, personally. I like the blonde, you know, human hair version. Alright, so here's more Psylocke pictures. Sideshow really has been doing some great sculpts in their females lately. Looks really good for sure. Alright, so here is a Captain America. Not sure who made this. Classic. Looks okay. I think it's 1/6 scale. Not a huge fan. I feel like 1/6 is very just... I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of 1/6 unless it's like a diorama statue. Here's a Thor. I don't like the face on that. Costume looks good though. Yeah, these are all 1/6. Luke Cage looks okay. Not a huge fan. Here's the Spider-Gwen, and this is like a 1/7, I think. Looks alright. Not too bad. You know, definitely not as good details like the 1/4. I wouldn't collect this personally. But if you're on a budget and don't have space, I'd say get that. Here's the Miles Morales Spider-Man. Now, I saw the trailer for the new Spider-Man like cartoon movie, and I thought the movie looked great. And this is the statue from that character, and so I think this looks awesome. I love the base, the glossy look of the tongue, the monster trying to eat him, and him flying over him. So I think this looks really good. Not buying it, but I think this looks great. Here's the new Iron Man. I do like the pose. Not a huge fan of that face, and obviously this is not a movie, it's like comic. But I like how he's like floating up with that smoke. This I'm a big fan of. I love this Thor statue. The Thor Brimstone or whatever. New Thor, I think it looks great. The costume, that skin detail. Look at that detail in that arm. And I love this pose. Here's more Deadpool. Thor 1/5. I'm not a big fan of this line. It's okay. Nothing special. You know, it's like they're all decent sculpts and poses. Just nothing special that really stands out. This is, I believe, is special and stands out. I love this Thor. Obviously, the Iron Man Mark III, which will be going right there once it ships in the next few months. Very excited. I think this looks amazing. Love it. Wolverine bust. Not sure who that is. Looks okay. Orko. I think this is really cool, actually. Masters of the Universe, I believe. I don't know anything about that. Well, I know some weird monster dude. Ghostbusters car. That thing looked huge in videos. I would never buy it. I'm not as huge Ghostbusters fan. So it's like, meh. Looks alright. Like a big toy. Some spaceship dude. Looks kind of cool. Detail seems pretty accurate. Here's an Endo life-size hand. Looks pretty good. Nice paint job and sculpt. Cyberdome chip. Looks pretty good. Not sure what that is. Vito Corum. I'm not sure what this is from. Looks alright. Not bad looking. This is all Blitzway stuff, so Audrey Hepburn, I believe, or Hepburn. I don't know anything about that. This is kind of cool. It looks like, I'm not sure who the heck that is. If I can't tell you who it is, I mean, frick. Ted? I think that's supposed to be frickin' what's his bucket? Keanu Reeves. Barely look like him if it is. Zorro. Jack Black. That looks alright. Alright, let's scroll down here and look at some other things that look, you know, statue related. I'm just not a big, you know, collector of this 1/6 stuff. So here is some Iron Studios stuff. Lobo on bike. I think this looks really cool. Looks pretty big as well. It's 1/6. You got his dog. Boom, look at that. Iron Studios is legit. I love how he's like freaking holding that monster dude with his like pitchfork. Looks awesome. This goes on pre-order in August. Not buying it. I don't know anything about Lobo, and if I did get Lobo, I'd get the Sideshow PF. Here's the new Hulk. To me, I feel like his head seems a little small. You know, it's these massive muscles and then this tiny little head. And you can see a very noticeable seam on that, so I'm not a big fan of this, really. I would never get that. To me, the best 1/4 Hulk is that one right there. I love that. Avengers 2 Hulk. So yeah, there's Hulk. Looks alright. Here is Black Manta versus Aquaman 110. Now this one, their 110 stuff actually looks really good. It's just 110. It's so small. You know, it's good for those people on a very limited space and budget. Tony Stark Mark 1 looks pretty decent. Ghost Rider. You know, I mean, Iron Studios definitely is the best 110 stuff out there. It's just I don't collect 110, and if I did, I'd probably just get their Pennywise. This one right here. I think that looks really cool. It comes with a switch out head. This is 110, so I may consider that. Although I want a bigger Pennywise. Alright, so here is some of my favorite things from the event. Iron Studios 1/4 scale Iron Spidey. I'm a big fan of this. I think it looks amazing. I love the pose, the base. The only thing I don't like about it is the switch out Tom Holland head. I do not like that head. I feel like it's too big and it looks like a bobblehead when you use it. So if I was to buy this, I would never display that head. But this is absolutely fantastic. I'm guessing it'll cost about $800. Pre-order in the next 3 months. Definitely really cool and very impressive. Now this is the best statue at the event in my opinion for me. The Iron Studios 1/4 scale movie Thanos. I am a incredibly huge fan of Thanos. You know, he to me is the greatest villain to ever grace a movie. I love everything about him, the look, and this statue they nailed perfectly. The pose is incredible. He has the gauntlet in front, fist in the back like he's about to punch. He does come with a switch out head where it's just a normal, not grinning. The base is very detailed, light up gauntlet. Huge fan of this. This is an absolute day one pre-order no matter what. So this should go up in pre-order probably in September. So an absolute must-have for me. This is definitely the one statue I'll be getting from the event. Alright, little Yoda, Obi-Wan, some Star Wars life-size stuff. I own that Ray and BB-8. Check out my review if you want to see my opinions. I do love that statue. I'm a big fan of this Gen Urso. I would buy it if I had extra, you know, funds and space. Sideshow does also have these life-size busts that look really good. You got Darth Maul and Kylo Ren. I think Kylo Ren actually looks slightly cooler. Although these are both fantastic. They're just very expensive. Like, for what you get, it's just like a head with a cape. They're charging like freaking $1,200. So much money. I do like their new premium format line. The pose is kind of weird. I still feel like the Iron Studios Vader is by far the best Vader. I feel like the likeness could be improved for Han Solo. Same with Luke. I feel like both the likeness is not that good. Legendary scale Yoda, I think it looks fantastic. And that was Vader, Jabba the Hutt. See if there's anything else that we've missed. Alright, Flash. I've already seen this in person at Tokyo Comic Con. It looks fantastic. You know, definitely a big fan of this. And Cyborg looks super cool. Seen it in person, loved it. Very cool. Not sure who that is. Looks alright. Bumblebee, I still like my Bumblebee better, to be honest. This one does look really good, though, and if you don't have my Bumblebee, the older, Dark Side of the Moon version, I would say get this. I think that Bumblebee still looks very good, and I like the pose. This looks pretty cool. I think it's like Warhammer 500 or something. I do think it's really cool, though. Batman Ninja, I've seen this in person. It's alright. Nothing special. I would never consider buying it. I do like the base on it. I have my Tokyo Comic Con video where I saw that in person. Prime 1's showing was alright. So here's the new Geralt of Rivia. Like a skillage armor. I think it looks pretty cool. I wouldn't buy it. Yeah, so this Geralt definitely does look really good. I still like mine more. And considering they're the same price as this, the new Yennefer, I think she has a better looking face than the previous one. I think this looks really good. The only problem is they're coming out with a second pre-order, and the first one hasn't even shipped, and it's been up for pre-order for almost 2 years. I love the base on this, especially considering, she's like a witch, basically, a magician. So I think this is an awesome looking base. And overall fantastic. I think she looks better than Geralt. This, the King Kong versus the freaking monster from the new movie, I love this. I think this is so cool. I would love to buy this. Super freaking cool. I love it so much. The Skull Crusher. Yeah, I mean, I have the Weta old King Kong vs. V-Rex. Is pretty cool, but this is definitely better. If this comes out while I'm still collecting and I have space, I'll definitely get it. I think it's so well done. I don't really know anything about this. I believe it's Alita. Don't know anything about this. It's alright looking. Nothing special. That base is cool, though. Just her face, it looks very cartoonish. New Batman. I mean, it looks to be comic, holding a rifle. To me, Batman just doesn't really use guns like that, so it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just from what this is. The texturing looks really good. Like the grin in his face. I've seen this in person. It's not that impressive. It's very plasticky. It's like very plasticky looking. I mean, it sort of looks good, but I don't know. It feels like very plasticky. I feel like the Sideshow smaller half-scale one looks better in pictures. Alien life size. This looks pretty good. Although Cool Props seems to deliver decent prototypes, terrible production from what I've seen. I think it looks cool. I would never buy it, but it looks cool. If you collect the Alien heads, I'd say get that. The Alien 1/3, I've also seen this in person. It's massive. Pretty cool. It's so huge, though. Saw that also at Tokyo Comic Con. Alright. I know there's a few other things to see. Yeah, there's all these Hot Toys, which I'm not going to get into. The only thing from Hot Toys that I wanted to talk about was this. Life-size Infinity Gauntlet. This is the life-size to Thanos, not the human one. I got the human one right there. That's alright, but I want this. Although I'm going to get the, not this version, I'm going to get the other custom version with the fist. That one has a better base and the fist pose. Although I'm a big fan of this Hot Toys Infinity Gauntlet. I think it's awesome. So some of the other things that were at the Comic-Con booth was the Pop Culture Shock Ryu. Let me show you a picture of that. Alright, so here's the Ryu by Pop Culture Shock Collectibles, the Ultra line. I firmly believe this is the best 1/4 scale Street Fighter statue they've made today. I think this is phenomenal. I mean, I don't even collect Street Fighter. I mean, it's okay for me. I've played it a little bit. I used to have a friend that collected it. But this is absolutely phenomenal. I'm a big fan of this. I think it looks really good. So, if I was still collecting, this comes out while I'm collecting, I honestly would probably buy this in the Ken Ultra. They're so well done. I love this Ultra line. I think it's really good. The other thing that they've shown off was this Ultimate Warrior. This actually looks really good. Like, the sculpt and paint job is really good. I think that's probably by hand, but yeah, PCS did a really good job. It's very realistic. They're definitely really good when it comes to making collectibles. They also showed off a bunch of like turtle renders, snake eyes, all this stuff. I mean, if you go to Sideshow and look at what's new, you have like little preview pages, and you can RSVP to these. So, I mean, as you can see, there's so many things that they're coming out with. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about was, I'm surprised I didn't see that in the pictures, was Doomsday. Now, Doomsday, I think that's Sideshow's best reveal. I absolutely love it. How he holds Superman's cape. There's Wonder Woman's sword. There's a batarang in him right there. Aquaman's thing. There's a Batman head. I think this is freaking awesome. If this releases while I'm still collecting, I'm so getting that. That's seriously so cool. Yeah, that's some of the big stuff. Although for me, the best thing really is that Doomsday, and of course Thanos. I'm such a big fan of that Iron Studios Thanos. I mean, if you look at some of their work right here, absolutely incredible. It's so well done. The movie statues, yes, they're more expensive, but they do the best job when it comes to movie statues. So there you have it, folks. That's some of my thoughts on Comic-Con. I think this was a pretty good year. They showed a lot of great stuff, and Sideshow did a great job. So really looking forward to getting that movie Thanos, maybe Iron Spidey. But yeah, there you have it. So this upcoming week, I'll be getting my movie custom Thanos head. I'll be making a video on, and Wolverine premium format, which will go right here, and then possibly a life-size Vegeta bust, and maybe some other things. Hope you all enjoyed this video about my thoughts and opinions on Comic-Con. See you next time.